you catch me in a rare moment of having a newspaper in my hand. The reason I have a newspaper in my hand is because I wanted the Free John Lennon CD. So we bought the paper, and me not wanting to be rude, I thought, well, I might as well read the news while I'm in there. And then I met Peter Hitchins. He has written this piece, right, entitled "Poverty, It's Just a Lie the Left Uses to Destroy the Middle Class." Brown intends to cut out, and is enshrining it in law, if you please, that he's going to cut out child poverty by 2020, is it, or 2012? I don't know. It's ages away. Too far away for anybody to really remember, especially not the children. Will be out working at that point in time. Anyway, technically, my children are poverty not stricken, but our house, we are impoverished. We are these people that these people are talking about. So you can imagine, didn't find this very pleasant, right? Because the children in our most deprived households have no responsibility at all for the conditions by encouraging, get this, encouraging the creation of single parent families on welfare. That's been me. I have been a single mother on welfare. So he is talking about people like me. Everyone knows that poverty in Britain is relative. The British poor of today do not starve, do not freeze, do not go without medical treatment, as truly poor people across the world. I have seen actual poverty, actual real poverty, in Africa, South America, India and Burma, and I've seen the poor areas of my own country too. There is no comparison. I do not disagree. What the British neglected classes, my children he's meaning, mainly suffer from is moral poverty, a grim mental diet of TV slurry and an almost total absence of good examples in their lives. They are the main victims of crime and disorder. They are surrounded by drugs. Legals are often dosed on antidepressants. And it's like, yes, guilty as charged. The children themselves are increasingly fed pills such as Ritalin, which help them to sit still in boring school classes. Technically illegal drugs, from cannabis to heroin, are in reality freely available, and their use is unpunished. The targets for abolishing child poverty do not aim to bring real light and rescue into these nightmare lives. They just aim to close the gap between them and the remaining working households, the hated middle class. But what does it matter how wide the gap is? Surely what matters is how such people actually live, not the size of their income relative to someone else's. No, actually, mate, that kind of like dictates how you live. No. It only makes sense when you grasp that the target is the difference in income between the neglected classes and the striving classes. So I'm neglected, I'm not striving. The victims are those who cannot emigrate, whose lives and roots and hopes are right here, but who have been foolish enough to learn real skills, to gain genuine qualifications, to better themselves through real prudence, self-discipline, conscientiousness and self-denial. Now, this is a life lesson, okay, to Peter Hitchins and all who believe the same things as Peter Hitchins. You are well educated and it comes through in your wording and your grammar, my darling, but it does not make you intelligent to be able to remember things. True intelligence is sitting down and working it out. True intelligence is giving a flying rat's knacker to find out what you are writing about before you do it, because lovely Peter Hitchins, won't we make a lovely couple, right? He is talking about me and he is talking about my family in such a derogatory way that I find really offensive, and he has said it in offensive terms. in a paper that is littered with Harry and his saying of a little 4-letter word 3 years ago on a home video, you get it's like him. I'm sorry, Peter Hitchins, but you are seriously misinformed, my darling, and I strongly suggest that you research your next piece a little bit better, especially when you are talking about human souls that can read. Okay? That's for you, Pete. Bye.